Boom. All right, we're good. So this is the Phoenix Splash Rising podcast.
Live.
Yeah. And yeah. So this is what's the fourth? Overall, second with you two.
That's for sure, yeah.
Yeah. And today's topic is video game covers. So we asked a lot of people if they had some covers of video game songs, and they submitted them. We had tons of submissions, so we obviously won't get to every one of them. But the ones that we have picked, I think show kind of like a vast thing. So as I was going through, a lot of people suggested like stuff you would hear in Smash Brothers. Now Smash Brothers has like a ton of different games in it, but it's like all these different covers you would hear like in Smash, like a song from Smash Brothers. I just thought that was interesting. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. I agree, Josh. I agree, man. I just agree with everything you say, man.
What about you, Anthony? What do you make of that? What do you make of that? It's all Smash Brothers, basically.
It would make sense because usually if you're going to do a cover, you'd want something that's kind of more active or something that draws your attention. Like for the most part, you know, like there's a lot of songs that can be slower and very emotional. But I think normally if you're going to do a cover, you're kind of looking for, most people will be looking for more moving parts or something to jump on with that, which usually are, you know, a lot of the Smash Bros. Songs.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I agree with Anthony.
Which one do you agree with, man?
I agree. I agree with myself.
I mean, Josh's going to disagree later, see where he goes with it.
It's just hitting me now. Like, you don't see a lot of, like, American-made video game cover. Like, you don't, like, no one's doing a cover of a song from the Spider-Man on PS4.
Yeah, what the heck?
All right, Josh, the 4th of July. Let's calm down with that for today, dude.
What's wrong with Spider-Man?
I'm just kidding.
I'm like, what did he do? What did Spider-Man do? But I was thinking maybe because like American games are kind of going into more movie soundtrack style, or like Japanese games are still using like melody and stuff. I don't know. That's what I was thinking. But there is a couple of American.
Anthony, you just like slid.
I think there's just one American
Don't worry about that.
video game cover. Wait, I don't know. Is Papa the Rapper Japanese?
I don't know.
I have no clue.
I forgot. I thought like it was. I know it was made by a musician. Anyway,
I was excited when I saw that.
Oh yeah, the Japanese musician wrote the soundtrack for that game.
So
I remember.
Papa the Rapper is Japanese. Okay.
I remember.
All right. So we're gonna get started here. We're gonna start with a song from. And a lot of these are retro, too. That's another thing.
Oh, that's cool.
A lot of them are from older games. All right. So this one's by Kaitlin Findlay. And it is a cello cover of the Stucker Brush Symphony from Donkey Kong Country 2.
Oh, cool.
All right. She was the first one to reply. So first come, first serve. I definitely got like at least the first 5. People. Wow, that was really good, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
You agree, Chris?
Of course I agree.
Uh,
Of course. No, that was really good.
So I think like the difference you're gonna hear in this set of songs, like when we did COVID songs about COVID, we heard a bunch of genres. This one you're gonna hear a bunch of different instruments, which is really cool. I think that just comes with the instrumental part of it all. But
That
you,
was
Ant,
like pure. I'm sorry, Josh.
oh, sorry, I want to
That was
get
like pure cello, right?
yeah, all of that was cello,
It's crazy.
all of that. What do you think, Ant? I know you like cello stuff.
yeah, I was gonna say, so to start off, cello is like one of my favorite instruments to listen to. I know almost nothing when it comes to playing it, but just the tone of it, as far as like the low end it can bring, is just such like a full sound compared to a lot of bass instruments, and it's just so smooth and somber, and like the whole cover was just like it, like for me it was just such a pleasant sound for the whole thing. So great job, Kaitlin. I personally really enjoyed it. I did have Josh send us some of the songs that we're going to be listening to today, the originals. So like none of us have heard the covers, and this was one of them that I had never heard the original till I listened to the link earlier this week, and so I had no clue again what instrument was going to be played or how it was going to be done. So, but that was a cover I really enjoyed, and especially for it's easier to get attached to ones where you already have heard the song or maybe can relate from remember playing games when you're younger on it. But that was one I'd never heard, and it was a great cover. So
Yeah, I heard it back playing Donkey Kong Country. But then the song has kind of been redone by Nintendo a lot. So it's the original Donkey Kong Country 2 is like really synthetic and really heavy synthesizer. And then Donkey Kong Country
yeah,
Returns. It's kind of the same way, but in Smash Bros. I think it's Brawl, right, Chris? I think that's where they added violins and acoustic guitars.
Yeah,
And
it was Brawl.
that the cover she did kind of combined the Brawl version with the original, so kind of like little best of both worlds, I think.
And real quick note, just for the record, Josh and Chris have been playing games way before I did. I didn't really start playing till like the late 90s, early 2000s. So I haven't played as nearly as much as like the SNES games or NES and stuff like that, like Josh and Chris have. So a lot of ones, dating back then, they're going to be more familiar with. For me, a lot of it, I probably play a lot more modern games as far as like shooters and stuff like that, and they do where the music is not nearly as captivating or prominent. You know what I mean? It's more like action scenes and stuff they're in. So I'm excited to hear a lot of new stuff.
Shame on you, Anthony.
Yeah, I didn't have an older brother that I got to play his systems, you punks.
That's no problem.
Well, you had a Saturn.
Oh yeah, you had a Sega Saturn. Screw you. That's the
What-
one system we always wanted.
We got Saturn games coming on this one.
Technically, I think ours is probably the only Saturn. But Space Harrier came out on Saturn as well. All right, we're gonna move on. So that was really good. We're gonna move on. Let's see if I can find him. The Geeky Guitarist. So we're gonna move on to guitar now. All right. I believe this is Animal Crossing.
Oh, Animal
Cruisin'.
Crossing.
Animal Crossing song. All right. And yeah, him and Kaitlin actually liked the Phoenix Blast page. So if you like the page, you automatically get featured. There you go,
Little
guys.
Animal Crossing claps.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool. Like, damn.
Yeah. Can you believe someone like that replied? Like, man, that was really good.
Yeah, that
And I
was
have
amazing.
to apologize, Anthony. I sent you the other one that he sent me. So I don't think you heard the original to this one, unless you've played Animal Crossing.
I did a little bit.
Oh, okay. Animal Crossing is more modern too, like in terms of where you started playing.
Yeah,
video games.
I should say I did get some games earlier, but I didn't really get into like really enjoying games a little bit. And I was a little older.
I never got into Animal Crossing, but when I first heard the music from it, from Smash Brothers, I was really into it. Like the style, the singing, you know, the weird voices. It kind of like The Sims in a way, but like more, I don't know. And I found myself actually like putting them on my playlist, like the Animal Crossing songs. But yeah, Animal Crossing music is cool. What do you think, Chris?
It was really good, man. What did he do with like the drums? That's what I was wondering. Like, did he use like a drum program or because they sounded pretty real? I don't know. Like,
I
that's what I've been wondering. It sounded really awesome. Like, it was really amazing.
The drums sounded programmed. I think that's probably what he used. He probably used a drum program.
Wow.
But yeah, they still sounded pretty good. I don't think it took
Yeah.
away from what he did. Like,
Oh,
it was
absolutely
great.
not.
You know,
That's
like
cool.
you're trying to make it seem.
Wow, someone would use a big program.
How dare he use a drum program? Why not go out and find a drummer? Like, it's hard to find musicians, man. But yeah,
Yeah, it
he
is.
played pretty much all those instruments himself. So, bass guitar was in there.
That was really, really cool. I loved it.
Yeah, I thought it was awesome, man. That was great. And even if he used the drum program, I mean, I obviously haven't had a need to use them.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure he at least wrote the parts for it. And man, he had some tasty fills he put in there. Especially there's one at the beginning. I was like, oh, that was nice. That was smooth. Yeah, the drum sounded awesome. Also, too, it's cool because one of the things that I use a lot when I first started going on YouTube was always looking at like drum covers because that's how I was kind of learning originally. And I remember the kind of touching on a point Josh pointed out earlier is there's different ways people do covers, especially nowadays. I remember on YouTube though, for a while, it was like if you didn't play exactly like how it was on the quote unquote the CD or whatever, sometimes there'd be a lot of comments like, yeah, he's trying to show off or he's not playing like what this guy did. And they would make it seem like it was like one, they weren't playing it like they did because they didn't have the ability to, or it was like always like in such a negative way. And now it's completely like the cover is such a broad term of how you're gonna, you can use different instruments like we've seen today, or completely change up like adding different solos and stuff like that, including what we did for ours. So that was a great cover, someone showing a lot of their writing skills and putting that into action. And then also it was kind of cool with the little having the Animal Crossing at the beginning and then the little applause.
Oh,
So
yeah.
but yeah, great job. I enjoy that a lot.
Yeah. Like, I just thought there was so much of him in it, And personally, those are the covers I like the most. And just like you said, Anthony, once people start going against the original take of the song, there's some complaints. But when people do it and I see it, I'm like, yeah, put yourself in there. You're the one doing it, it makes it sparks. It's great. And he probably has a ton more. He has quite a bit, some more than one of his stuff was shared on that response, even by other people. So, there's something special there with him. So we are back, and
Alrighty.
it's probably not the halfway point, but I'm gonna go ahead and put on our cover. What do y'all say to that?
Yeah, go for it.
And then we can
Sounds
talk
like
about.
an ad.
That's right. That's right, guys. Well, we don't have a sponsor this time. It's kind of a one-time deal, unless I want to just spout the same sponsor. All right, so this is our video game cover. We are representing Sega, and this will be the only Sega you hear. Because I don't know why no one put covers of Sega music. But here we are. We're gonna rep some Sega. All right. Share computers.
I should try it once.
can hear it that time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Last time I totally dropped the ball on that. So, what Phoenix Splash is doing, obviously, since the pandemic is still going on and it's really bad in Texas, we haven't really met up and rehearsed and, done all the good stuff. But we have been doing some extra stuff. Recently, I played for the voice actor of Shenmue, Ryo Hazuki. Or that's not his name. His name's Corey Marshall. But he plays Ryo Hazuki. I played some Shenmue music for him and a bunch of Shenmue fans through Zoom, which is kind of cool. You can kind of do Zoom concerts. Chris has been doing some game reviews. He has Trials of Mana and Street Fighter Anniversary, so he's played. So we've been doing like little extra stuff here and there, and the podcast is definitely something I'm pushing for to kind of get the musical community going, from all sorts of places. And it's kind of different from indie musicians, and then we have cover musicians, different kinds of musicians being featured on here, which I think is really cool. What are y'all? What else are y'all doing with your lives? How are y'all doing?
Anthony, how are you doing?
I'm good. I've been working on some projects they've sent me. And practicing that. I haven't had a whole lot of time to practice as far as like technical stuff as much as I've wanted to. I got a new job recently, so I've been pretty busy with that. But when things allow for it, I'm ready to get back over, record on those drums right behind Josh.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been doing well.
You're working on, or last time you talked to me, you said you were working on like a drum part, and then we're gonna add our stuff to it, right, or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't been able to get to that part yet, but I do have one song that's ready to record. I have two. One of them's ready to go. The other, it's like I kind of want to play for you guys and hear some feedback and see what we want to do with it. So it's mostly done there. But the one of the songs you sent, to not give too much away, it's got an acoustic guitar. That one's ready to record.
Awesome. All right. Oh yeah.
And I don't care about your feedback on that one. That's good.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be great, man. So yeah, that's kind of what Phoenix Splash has been doing. But yeah, my main focus is getting this podcast up and going as a regular thing. So if you're a musician and you're watching and you want to be featured, by all means, send your stuff to phoenixsplash@yahoo.com. Maybe that email will change because Yahoo is being really weird recently. But
Yeah.
as of now, it's going to be still the Yahoo.
Please do. I've really enjoyed this. It's been fun. It's kind of cool getting more involved too with the community. I think will be cool moving forward and get to listen to a lot of music I wouldn't have heard otherwise.
Oh yeah. What do y'all say to another one? Some Zelda music, huh?
Go for it.
Classic. Let's do it.
Yeah, classic Zelda. Okay, so here is the Great Fairy Fountain. This is a jazz version by CHANNY D.
Ooh.
All right. Here we go. Thoughts on that?
I like how it sounded like it was from the 1920s, sort of. Not like when it hit the beatbox and stuff. I mean, it sounded cool when it hit the beatbox and all that jazz. I liked it. It was really cool.
Cool. What about you, Anthony?
Yeah, it was awesome. I like that. He started off with like just playing the standard, part of the song for note for note, and then obviously adds his own twist and he had a little solo in there, so that was pretty cool. I enjoyed it. So Josh, I'm curious to hear your take as far as techniques and decisions of notes and chords and stuff like that. What do you think?
So, I feel like if Sega wrote music for The Legend of Zelda, you get something like that. Because, Sega always plays around with jazz. But basically, yeah, man, like, it really impressed me. I always like to see, because Zelda's kind of, mythical fantasy. And he just kind of took it into, I kind of even categorize that as a lot of, like, lo-fi, stuff you would hear today. Obviously more melodic, more jazzy than lo-fi, but yeah, if you can kind of picture Link walking around New York City, that type of music. But yeah, notice how he could have played it safe and just did one hand at a time recording wise. But it's kind of why I record with both hands too. You want to kind of get that chemistry between your hands playing at the same time. And you can hear that in there as well. Like it would not have sounded as good if he recorded his hands separately on the main piano track. So I thought it was really good. All right. So ready to move on?
Yeah, another good one. Let's keep it rolling.
Yeah. Man, I got some like really good ones.
Yeah.
Some really good ones today. All right, so what are y'all feeling? Final Fantasy, Pokemon, or Papa La Rappa?
They all sound incredible. So whatever
Final
you want.
Fantasy.
I want to get
If
to
I had
all
to
of them.
All right.
Now we'll do a part 2.
Let's do the Final Fantasy, because the Final Fantasy is gonna like surprise you all for sure.
I doubt it. I'm just kidding. I
Well,
don't know.
as mentioned before, subscribe to all of these people. If you're really into video game music, it's being done. It's being created. It's being
done well.
Done well, yeah. If you love Smash Brothers, rearrangements and stuff, this is on that par. So this is, let me share the screen. This is a brass band. Trombones and drums. So yeah, they have a drummer here.
Ooh.
And the channel is called Final Fantasy Trombones and Drums. And let me subscribe there. All right. And this is the battle theme of Final Fantasy VII. All right, let's talk about that, guys.
Oh, gosh. That was impressive, man.
Yeah.
Like, holy crap.
There's a lot to unfold on that. And that was awesome. There's a lot of things, a lot of good things going on. I got super excited going into 3:30. I was around there where they started the solos, with that horn.
Yeah.
Was that a soprano sax solo?
Yeah.
So that was awesome. And then of course when we were showing like, oh, what's stronger than a horn solo or whatever, I was like, oh, come on, bring on the drums, baby.
Yeah.
And he did not disappoint. That was great, man.
I was impressed with that drum solo. I'm like, are they gonna do it? Are they gonna do it? And they did it. So I was impressed. Video editing too. Really good. Humorous. I like the humor in it.
Yeah, a
I
lot
really
of
like the
charm.
humor. Yeah. But yeah,
Yeah, it was just.
that saxophone
Well,
player was out of this world. Sorry, I just had to say that.
Yeah, for sure.
No, I just like, how it was edited like it was a battle, and the drummer was always in the center of that battle. It was
I
like,
know, it was like
he
he was
was always
getting-
neutral. And then they
Yeah.
joined forces, and then he was like the leader of the whole party. I was like, oh, that's so funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was cool.
Incredible. So yeah, that was Final Fantasy trombones and drums.
Kudos to all of them.
Check
Awesome
them
job.
out. All right. We're gonna go to Papa the Rappa. What do y'all say to that?
All right.
Quick note, I love rhythm games. And this was the very first one I played. Of course, I didn't know that it would become its own genre and stuff like that later on.
Yeah, you're right. It kind of does. It's kind of its own thing. All right, so this is a bass guitar cover. So I have no idea what to expect. This is by a channel called Bass Tunes. So yeah, let's see what happens.
Punch your soul in the mind. If you wanna test me, I'll show you find the things I'll teach ya. Be sure to beat ya. Nevertheless, to get a lesson from teacher. Now kick,
Kick,
punch,
punch,
jump,
tap,
block.
block,
Once more now, kick,
kick,
punch,
punch,
jump,
tap,
and block.
block.
Don't get cocky, it's gonna get rocky. We're gonna move down to the next donkey. Now duck,
Duck,
jump,
jump,
turn,
turn,
pause. Listen carefully, jump,
jump,
pause,
pause,
duck,
duck,
and turn.
turn.
Yeah, I see you're getting better. Kick to the limit in order to get her now. Kick, punch,
Kick, punch,
jump, block,
tap, block,
jump, kick,
tap, kick,
punch, block.
punch, block,
Gonna get harder now. Duck and jump,
duck, jump,
turn and pause.
turn, pose,
Duck and turn,
duck, turn,
jump and pause.
jump, pose.
Come on now, why don't you follow my words? Because we're almost done. I'll make it easier first. I wanna see if you wanna see what it means to be the man with a master plan. Are you the man now? Here we go now. Kick, punch, block.
Kick, punch, block,
Chop, kick, block.
chop, kick, block,
Block, duck, and kick it.
block, turn, kick,
Block, duck, punch.
block, duck, punch,
Duck, duck, turn.
duck, duck, turn,
Chop, kick, chop.
chop, kick, chop,
And punch, punch, punch.
punch, punch, punch.
That's it for today. Good job, Parappa. You can go on to the next stage now.
Yahoo! All right.
All right. All right, Chris, what do you think?
I thought it was pretty cool. like if I saw that and I was trying to learn the song back in the day, I would be like, yes, finally something with that I can see with tabs. And that's really hard to do. Just to like make a video and put tabs in there. To me, it's hard because my playing's not consistent at all. With like if I were to play with tabs, it's always changing somewhere, and I'm like, oh, if I mess up on that fill, then it's not gonna be exact with the tab. But yeah, that was pretty cool. I liked it. I liked his tone on his bass. It's really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really clean. He played right with the song, which I remember. Shane, one of our mine and Josh, one of our old teachers. He would call that, for example, if I was gonna do drums over like a track already, he'd call it like drum karaoke. So like he was playing like directly over the track, you know. And it sounded really clean. It fit really well. I don't know if he had wrote that part himself or he got that with it, but either way, it was executed really well. So.
I think for non-bass players like me, one of the instruments I don't play, seeing the music is pretty interesting. Like just watching the shape of it.
Yeah.
If you can read music or tab, even if you read the tab because it's still going up and down. Like I would have never noticed how intricate the bass was for that particular tune. And I've heard that song many times before, playing Papa the Rappa on that demo disc we had. And yeah, I never really thought about the bass line, but yeah, seeing it be played and it being shown, like you can, like I can, if I taught bass, I can show that to a student and say, hey, learn this for the weekend or something, you know.
Oh.
Like it's a good resource too. And so if you're wanting to learn bass, especially if you're a guitar player and you want to just get into music composition, you know, channels like that are kind of good to get into. And you know, you just pick up a bass guitar and you play along with it. And YouTube has so many tools, like you can slow down the video, you know, you can do all kinds of things with the speed of the video to kind of get it, you know, under tempo and then speed it up.
Yeah, to me, like videos like that, I know I said it earlier, but it's just those are hard to do. Like they're hard to make for me. Because I remember I was trying to make a video like that and I'm like, man, this is hard. It's just hard to like stay with the sheets, and you know, you always, like as a bass player, you want to go like your own way, but if you're a teacher, if you're wanting to teach somebody, then you want to stay with the music because you don't want someone that's learning to be like, well, what the fuck is going on with you? The sheets like doing something else, you know. So I gotta salute to that guy. That's amazing.
All right. Y'all want to keep going?
Yeah.
Yeah, a few more, I think. This is Band at Home. So this looks like this one guy.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Yeah, this is one guy.
No, I think it's an octuplet.
Well, this is Dr. Wily Stage 1, which is one of my favorite songs from Mega Man 2. And let's hear him take it away.
That's one talented man.
Yeah.
Like,
That was
Crazy.
great.
Yeah, his trombone playing was like really clean. Like trombones are so hard to get clean, but like, that was really clean trombone.
You know, I played
Josh.
trombone.
Oh yeah, you did.
Josh,
It wasn't clean.
are you showing us these videos to like be to say, look at these guys, man. They're a lot more talented than your star.
No, that's for us to get
I-
ideas, boy.
I have an idea. I think our multi instrumentalist in our band needs to get some more instruments.
I
under his
know,
belt.
man.
No,
I saw that guy. I'm like, geez, what have I been doing with my time? Why haven't I picked up horns or even woodwinds? Like, come on.
I got both of those you can borrow if you would like.
Oh,
I have tried and failed.
no, I play too many instruments. I don't play as much as he does, but I play too much for myself. Like, just I can't handle horns, man.
Yeah, that
But yeah,
was
that-
awesome though.
Yeah, it was really good.
But like
It's
so
amazing.
far, I'm getting a lot of ideas for like how we're gonna edit our videos, like with those. Anyway, like basically we can do whatever we want. Like there's like really no, because none of them look too cheesy, you know.
Yeah, like
they,
ours.
they all. Ours was fine too.
Yeah.
But it's like I always debated like, should I put the game in the video or not? And it's like, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Of course you do.
He was the character select screen in Mega Man 2, right?
Yeah, and that was
Like
it.
that was
It's a
That's
nice
all he-
touch.
that
Yeah.
was really good. I like that.
And that's all he needed. Like that was
Yeah.
really good. Even the parts he wasn't playing, you know, it showed him resting and he had mannerisms. It was great. So yeah, definitely subscribe to that guy. He has some more videos too. Definitely underappreciated. So get his view count and sub count up.
Okay.
Okay. So our next artist is gonna really surprise you. It's an instrument we haven't heard yet on here, surprisingly. How many instruments have we heard today? We've heard
I don't know.
tons of them. Can y'all guess the instrument? It's one guess. apiece.
Ukulele.
Nope.
Ukulele.
Tambourine. Tambourine cover.
No, tambourine. How are you gonna play a song with a tambourine?
You've
Mandolin.
never played a song with the tambourine. You wrote a piece where I had to play the tambourine. You
But I'm talking about like
jerkwad.
solo tambourine. All right. Anyway, it's ocarina.
Oh, Didn't see that coming.
Oh.
Let me. All right, let's do it. This is Stephen Higbee. So definitely check out his stuff. I don't know many ocarina players, so
I don't know any, Josh.
yeah,
I'm
actually I
excited.
don't know any. Come to think of it. So let's hear some Pokemon music. Okay. Very.
Ooh,
Yeah. Very beautiful.
that was nice.
So let me start with this one. So same thing with the Final Fantasy. The thing about these older games is when the composers wrote the music, they wrote it for it to be played on electronic instruments, you know. So they weren't really thinking about breathing as much as, you know, composers for classical music usually do. So what I'm noticing with the horn players and this individual as well is you know, they have to like pick their spots so that the melody could be played very smoothly, and they do it so well. Like this guy really did it extremely well. Let me just remember his name so I could
Higbee.
say it. I know Higbee, Stephen Higbee. Excellent job with that. Like that is like I'm totally noticing all the spots that you're picking and like how smooth you're making the melody. You're focusing on the smoothness of the melody, and that's like that means like so much, especially with those low notes. How the heck do you record ocarina?
I don't know. Jeez.
Yeah. What
I
do you think,
wonder
Mike?
how you go about like wanting to learn that instrument and then learning, because like our instruments, there's a lot of resources to
Yeah.
pick it up. I don't know how much information
You
there
gotta
is.
call up Stephen Higbee and I'm to teach
There
you.
is.
That's-
Yeah,
you think?
that was really, really amazing. You know, I was wondering the same things you were like, how the hell, how did he record? Like, how did he record the ocarinas? Or how did does he have different ocarinas for like the scales? Or I don't know how the harmonies were going. Like, I don't know how he did that. If he had two different ocarinas.
Yeah, I'm
Because there
sure.
was
Yeah.
there was a point where I was just closing my eyes and just listening to it. I was like, man, this is pretty nice sounding. Then I heard the harmonies. I was like, wait a minute. And then I was trying to look at his ocarinas, but I guess I couldn't see if there were two different ones. Would y'all assume that?
Yeah, I noticed two of them. He had like, I don't know the classification of it. There was like a tenor and an alto one. I don't know, maybe it's a bass and tenor or whatever. But the white one he had was like the lower one, and then he had an orange one that was a higher one. And I don't know if Josh noticed more. I mostly just noticed those two. And then he did some like really cool harmonies with it. And as far as like pitching is, as far as like kind of like harmonicas, you know, like there's different sets depending on the key. I don't know if it's the same like that with ocarina.
Yeah.
I have no clue.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. I think when I began music school, I thought ocarina was a fictional instrument. So I really don't know much about it. But yeah, I assume like the bigger ocarinas have a lower range and the smaller ones have a higher higher register.
That's
But
interesting.
yeah, really good. So I'm glad we kept going with this. I'm glad we got to show the Ocarina Man, Stephen Higbee.
Cool.
And Mr. Hyrule Temple. Here we go.
What's Smash Brothers select screen?
So this is this channel is called Not Very Good Game Covers.
Dang, doubting himself before he started.
Totally
He's a heck of a
doubting
salesman.
himself. But you know, the comments are saying otherwise. So let's give it a shot.
Ready? Go!
All right, that was pretty good.
Yeah,
Very
I like.
guitar-y.
Yeah, I like how he recorded them too. It was really nice.
Did y'all notice how percussive the acoustic guitar were
Yeah,
to make up for lack of percussion instruments? So he played it, and he even like dubbed it too. There was two acoustics, so he had to adjust the style of playing to kind of make a more percussive sound. And I thought it was done really well.
yeah.
Yeah, I liked it a lot. Right, it's like it started. It's like the memories,
I know, right? Yeah.
the great wins and the tragic losses on that map, man.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
That would be the
So
only
many,
stage we picked for a
yeah.
while. And we would
So
just
many fights, so many arguments.
Yeah, when you're
Yeah.
low, you're at the bottom.
Oh
and
my
then-
goodness. Yeah.
and the arguments of like you should go away.
Like, come on, come up. No.
I don't want to go up there. Whenever I hear that song, I'm just like, oh, the arguments,
Do y'all know
the
which
fights.
Zelda that game is from, or that song is from? Like which actual Zelda game?
Damn.
From Zelda 2.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I
Zelda,
remember.
yeah. I'm
Bullshit.
pretty sure it's Zelda 2. Yeah.
Yeah,
I hate-
you're right. It is Zelda 2.
That game also pissed me off. And any game that song is in, bound to put some anger.
Yeah, I enjoyed it though. His channel name is False Advertisement.
Yeah, that's some false advertisement. Okay, we got. I think we got one more. We might have two more. Yeah, we have another Pokemon and another Animal Crossing.
What? Animal Crossing? Again?
What
That's-
Pokemon? Again?
No,
I mean,
Animal Crossing.
Sorry, we have Mario 3, Super Mario Brothers 3.
Oh, okay.
Ooh,
Let's start with
Either one.
Yeah, let's start with Mario 3. I just never thought anyone would do a cover of this particular song, so that's why I'm picking it. All right. I believe it's Woodwinds too. All right. Awesome. So that was Gamer of the Winds. Excellent woodwind work there. Did not expect that. That was really good. What do y'all think?
Yeah, definitely. Just wow. Wow. I mean, I don't know very much about what is playing a flute?
He played like a flute, and he played I think he might have had like a soprano sax, and then he played different types of clarinet. He also had like a bass clarinet. He played at least like four.
It shows what I know about
Yeah,
any of
woodwinds.
that stuff.
was-
Woodwinds.
that
That's
was a-
the word I'm looking for. My God, I don't know anything about it. It's just wow.
It's a really
That's
good
awesome.
showcase of
Wow.
woodwinds. Like we've seen like good brass on here, but now we got like here's all the woodwinds. That's where they were all hiding with one guy. Gamer of the Winds.
Yeah, that was great. And you guys know me, I love listening to solos, so I love that he's like Super Mario Bros. Like that. That was like the background for it, and then he basically got to solo over it, and he did great with the different instruments he used, and he played them all uniquely and like what fit really well with that particular instrument. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some of those high squeals coming in with some of the higher, and then I think it's was it like an alto clarinet? I don't know what it was exactly, but it was lower registers for the woodwind, and he played that very different than he did the others. So that was pretty cool. I like that a lot.
Yeah. If you
I
closed
mean-
your eyes, you would think there's different musicians because the different instruments had different styles of playing. So that
Yeah.
was something really cool.
But he knew how to play them all, apparently.
He did. Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
All right. We're gonna go on to. We got one last one from Animal Crossing, and it's the New Horizons theme. So it's a different Animal Crossing song, obviously. It's on. I could never pronounce this instrument. Shit. let me.
Embarrass yourself, do it.
Hey, I already said I don't know what a woodwind is.
Sakuachi?
Sakuachi, Josh. It's a shakutachi. That's what it's
Okay.
called.
But
I'm sorry.
It's an instrument you don't see every day, is my point. And it's traditional Japanese, I believe. Could be wrong. I don't really know a lot about this instrument. And the name. How do we pronounce your name, sir?
Mr.
Cosway.
Cosway. Yeah, Mr.
Cosway.
Cosway.
Okay. Mr.
That's a
Cosway's
safe.
YouTube channel. So check out his stuff because not many people can play this instrument. So it's a rare breed right here. Wow.
Man, yeah, nice.
Short and sweet. I thought
That's
it was
cool.
really smooth, man. That was awesome. Good job,
Mhm.
Mr. Cosway.
I heard that song a lot.
Yeah, it's a very it's yeah, I've heard
But-
that a lot too. I'm not sure.
But putting that instrument in there is like, it makes it sound a lot better. I like it better than the original instrument they used in that game.
I don't even remember it. Do you remember the original instrument, Anthony? Man,
It was like a trumpet or something. I don't know. I could be wrong.
yeah.
I don't know my woodwinds.
Trumpet's
Me and
one of
Josh haven't been exactly experts on them either. So
Yeah. This has been like I did not expect to get this many wind instruments. You know.
It was
It's
awesome.
impressive, man.
I
It's
I
really
honestly,
cool.
I hadn't heard of that instrument, and which obviously I've never seen it played. So that was pretty cool. I've enjoyed this, you know. was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah. I think that was a good one to end on too. Like it was just nice, smooth, felt conclusive. You know,
Better than the original,
better than the original.
my opinion.
His opinion.
But yeah,
I
should
like
be a
it a lot.
fact.
Like I would put that. I would listen to that iteration a lot. All right. So guys, what do you think the next topic should be?
Let's see.
I don't know. I wouldn't mind doing that again. That was great. But
More
I'm
video
open.
game
I'm open. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah.
I'm open for whatever though. Let's ask around and see what people want to see or submit. You know,
Yeah.
the more
Do you want
activity,
it just
the
to be
better.
like no genre? And I could just ask the question in any group, and if they submit video game music, that's fine.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So
Keep
you
it
heard it,
rolling,
guys.
rolling.
We're gonna have no topic. If you have anything musical, send it our way at phoenixsplash@yahoo.com or reply, you know, to a Facebook post that I do or something. But if your email, you'll definitely be get right into this podcast. But yeah, we heard a lot of good things. I think we're gonna keep finding talented people, you know, doing this.
Definitely.
Yeah. So, any closing statements, Ant?
No, we're guys. We're gonna be like YouTube's Got Talent. You know, like the panel on there. It's crazy, dude. No, that was great though. I enjoyed that a lot. I want to keep doing
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? Any closing comments?
Hey, I'm sorry. I don't know my woodwinds.
You should be.
I am. I'm sorry. I'm ashamed, man. I'm like, what is it? A flute? I didn't even know what it was. Oh my gosh. That's embarrassing. Like, I should know. I feel like I should know.
I mean, you
Gosh.
don't really have to.
Man, we're really ending this on a down note.
I know, man. Down in us all. Like me and Ant, we don't really know that much about woodwinds too. Like there were some instruments that what was his name? That Gamer of the Winds played that I had never seen before.
Yeah, I was just like, man, what the hell is he playing?
Yeah.
My God.
But it just
But
goes to
it was
show you,
cool.
man. There's like tons of instruments out there and tons of techniques. So yeah, I think we'll end with that. If you have any music, send it our way, and make sure to follow the podcast, follow the YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. And anyways, we'll see you all in the next podcast.